on, the internet trolling, if he's making songs about it, he's must spoke to, law enforcement, and nothing's going to happen about it. Now there is a press conference that was released from Houston, and the way that authorities talked about this, everybody just automatically assumed that All Star Jr. had possibly talked to law enforcement in Houston, and after hearing his story and what took place, they decided that they weren't going to bring any charges against him. But see, I actually listened to the press conference and actually took in what the cop actually was saying. The cop never said that they talked to All Star JR. Matter of fact, they said that they had it on video. At that time, they didn't know who he was.
Is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is.
As well as they said, when they got to the scene, Ben 10 and his homeboy was there leaking, but All Star JR was nowhere to be found.
Did the robbery victim, did he remain on the scene, or was he
No.
in the hospital?
The individual, again, that was being robbed or assaulted, and I guess you would consider it a robbery as physically as they were being with this guy. Once he finally presented the weapon and started shooting, he fled on foot, and we don't know where he went from that time.
Now, since then, nobody's ever said that All Star JR spoke with the Houston Police Department, nor did they say that he talked to the federal government about this particular situation. Now, again, we heard what WAC 100 said. He applied to him. He was giving him his flowers for how he handled himself in Houston all the time, knowing that he said all these things on the internet, but possibly didn't listen to what the police said during the press conference and assumed, according to WAC 100, that he had spoken with the police. Now knowing that he didn't speak with the police and he was doing all of the things that he was doing on the internet, now all of a sudden, WAC 100 wants to come out and call All Star JR a rat.
We got to switch the shit. All Star J is a rat. He a rat. See, I thought, I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. I thought.
And this is the person that y'all like to look up to. This is the person I think is a real OG. This is somebody who y'all think is just that nigga. That's crazy work, bro. See what I'm saying? Like, come on, gang. This is just. And then you go to Clubhouse. Detroit niggas is livid, nigga. You ain't no nigga cool with WAC 100 now. Like, you just flat out ruined your opportunity to even sit next to or even have a combo with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas finna get on that boy Onion. It's bad for him right now. Detroit niggas want to get up with him. They want to get up on him too. They tired of him. Let's go.
That they had talked to him at the scene and let him go. This nigga left the gun in the parking lot and fled and never talked to nobody, right?
That's dumb as shit.
So listen, the nigga went, everything he was saying, he was telling the police everything that happened. Yeah, nigga, look, I thought that they had already, like, questioned and they already had everything. Nigga, they had never talked.
Now, all of a sudden, you a rookie now? All of a sudden, you know how big you case finna play out. You know how all these other people cases, all of this shit. You thought they had everything. You really? Hey, man.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Nobody smelling what you selling, bro. How is it that you so informed on everybody else's case, but when it comes to All Star JR, you thought they had everything already? Who did you talk to?
Right.
What would conclude? What would make you assume that you thought that they had everything? It was an open case. He was rapping about what he did inside that restaurant on his own, by himself, single-handedly. He did the same thing Gucci Mane did. He did a rap song. But now you want to call him a rat. Well, that's up. Y'all be the judge for that. Because I ain't saying nothing like that. No. I gotta be careful what I'm saying, man. Let me get to this content. Y'all niggas crazy.
I did too. I see what you saying.
Yeah, they had never talked to this nigga, and he did. Bro, I thought the nigga, when I learned that he fled to Detroit and he left the gun in the parking lot.
I thought he spoke to law enforcement.
I thought Law had the gun. I thought he was the second nigga hit.
Everything about the commentary that Wack is giving on Clubhouse at this point lets me know that Wack did not look into this. Wack did not listen to what the police officer said at the initial press conference, because as I played for you guys, it clearly stated that the individual who was getting robbed actually fled the scene. He left in the car. The two guys that got hit up, we know who they are. Ben 10 and the other dude from, 4K Trey. So I'm not sure where he was getting his information from, if he was getting it from people around him or whatever, but at the end of the day, All-Star JR never talked to the police. This is something that a lot of people do. Other people just assume or automatically thought that he talked to the police because he was out running around scot-free. But at the end of the day, though, I will say this. I do feel like it was a foul on the play for All-Star JR to get on social media gloating and gallivanting and celebrating his victory, or so-called quote-unquote victory, over Jay Prince and Ben 10 and the rest of them. I think that he should have took a humbler approach and remained silent and let his lawyers do the talking and figure it out for him, since he did leave the scene. Now, most people in the self-defense claim they will stay at the scene until authorities get there to let the police know, hey, listen, I was just defending myself. I don't know these guys. I don't know what happened. And, whatever your lawyer tells you to say, that's basically what you said. If your lawyer tells you not to say nothing, you don't say nothing. And as other people pointed out on that Clubhouse exchange, there was video of this particular confrontation. Even the police officer spoke about video on what he's seen that very night. So it was clearly a self-defense situation. All-Star JR really didn't have to say too much of anything to get out of this. Now, at this point, with him taking the hammer and actually fleeing the scene and leaving it, wherever he left it at, taking it from one place to another, he could be in a bit of trouble.
Now, I can't say, this is my thing, right? All-Star JR did this shit to himself with those interviews he did with No Jumper, talking about if a nigga try to reach for his chain, they're going to die. That is definitely going to be pulled up. So once again, the feds will be using No Jumper footage. Let's just keep it real, bro. It's no way, bro, that y'all can't convince me somebody over there ain't a leak, ain't a part of some type of investigation. I have some type of conversation with them alphabet people, man. You see what happened when you praise the fame of this gangster shit? Yeah, everybody love you when it's a good shot, but when it get bad, when it get ugly, when it get tricky, nigga like, damn, that nigga stupid. Why that nigga overdo it? Oh, that nigga, he had it, man. He was home free. Then that nigga, something ticked off in that nigga head, and come on, bro. And I highly suggest he's probably gonna get some little fan mail and all that type of shit. Tell you keep your head up, but let me tell you something. Ain't nobody finna sit back and be putting up no money for his lawyer. I hope that he got some lawyer money, because he's gonna need a strong defense. And while Wack was over here meat riding and then calling a nigga a rat, just goes to show you how two-faced the people is, man. Let's go.
He recently tried to get a bond, and they denied his bond, and they're going to keep him, until it's time for him to go to trial and fight these charges. But I just feel like it's awfully funny for people to actually say other people don't know what they're talking about, and then the loudest person saying that gets online and gives two contradicting stories. One, he's a platinum man, not knowing that the whole time this idiot didn't even talk to the police or talk to authorities, and is online gloating and gallivanting about what he did to these individuals down in Houston. And then in the same breath, he turns around and calls that individual a rat, which lets me know that we all get it wrong, and which lets me know Wack 100 clearly didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
We gonna leave it right there, man. Y'all drop y'all opinions in the comment section. Let me know what y'all on, man. Y'all know how we do it over here at the Nina Boy Show. Let's get it. Let's go.
All right, here we go. The interview nobody saw coming. Tekashi 6ix9ine on Vlad TV.
Right. I thought I'd been there when I told you that. I thought I did.
Nah, this is our first
I
time.
thought you gave me, you know how when they have the Vlad interview and they send like the assistant out to do it? I felt like I did one of those because I was, remember?
Nah, I'm definitely doing this one myself.
I bet.
Well, let's start in the very beginning.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Bushwick, Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
What was your childhood like?
I mean, like a regular childhood, like just, you know, Mexican mom came here in 1986, you know. The cliche, you know, single parent home. You know, my stepfather, who I thought was my real father, you know, played that role for me, you know. We didn't have crazy money. So, you know, just it was a having nothing childhood to like, you know, to like I think I was 14 when I just got my first job. My dad passed away in 2010, so that's when I started working with my brother and stuff, just to help my mom out and stuff like that. So it was one of those childhoods.
Okay, so your mom is Mexican. And she was a factory worker.
No, my mom was not a factory. No, she used to clean houses.
Clean house?
Did I put Spotify to... Should I do it? I just don't get it.
I caught a charge for the work and start telling. Like if he can't beat the feds, he gon' get out here and help. It's a scary game, niggas telling everything. Used to title till when we was kids, some shit don't never change. Thought you was a stand up till you get your mans up. He making sure all his dogs eat, you fucked up playing up. Tried to send him to the feds, but they had to drop the case. Found the nigga that was snitching face down in the lake. Back in that mode, the return of the juice, man. My life been lit, it's been dope, like it's cocaine. Used to have a Mustang, now I got a Mustang. Bitches fucking for the bang bang, it's a cold game. Fuck the raw, they on child support, it's a cold game. Check the street, he still should've been caught, it's a cold game. Everybody working for the feds, it's a cold game. Well said, man, the streets is dead, it's a cold game. Hey man, this industry like man, it's a cold game. Shit crazy, bro. It's a cold game. Bitches stab you in the back. It's a cold game. Niggas lame. It's a cold.
This dude comes up to me, asks me for directions, right? And he asked me where's the train, like a train station. I said, yo, you walk down, go left. That's where you go from the train. That's me coming out of school.
Same way.
So we keep walking like 3 to 4 blocks, and then the same dude shows up. Like as we walking like into my house, I see the same dude. So I found it weird because we 4 blocks away, and he asked me where's the train direction. I said the other way. So when I send the other way, and I see him, you know, standing by the house, on the same block of the house. I found it weird. I told my mom, I was like, yeah, this dude told me, asked me for the direction of the train, and then he came up to me. I was like, yo, I said it that way. And then he's like, yo, I'm your dad. I said, and then I looked at my mom, and I'm crying.
Don't get caught up in these songs, niggas lying.
I didn't pay him no mind because the love I got from the love I had from my, you know, stepfather would never change, you know what I mean? And then,
Well, did your real dad have drug problems?
well, yeah, drug problems, stuff like that. And he kept having drug problems.
Yeah.
But that don't matter. Like, if you know, have drug problems, you know, you're still my dad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But abandoning me, you know what I mean, that was a whole, you know, and there was no reason for it, because if you came into my life and my mom open that. Well, I still
For
don't
drug
know.
selling, I think.
Yeah, I still don't know. To be honest with you, I never looked into it. I don't care about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still not an excuse. You know what I mean? He was out of prison. From what I understand, went to Orlando to live with his family or whatever. They didn't come look for us till he needed some help. You know what I mean?